Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to my channel where we dive deep into the world of valuable and historic coins. Today, we have an incredibly interesting coin that could make you think twice about tossing that penny in your pocket. We're talking about the 1989 D1 cent coin, which, believe it or not, has a historical worth of up to $27 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1989 D penny might seem like a typical coin from the late 80s, but this little copper piece carries a fascinating history and a potential fortune that you may not expect from a coin that was once just a part of everyday currency. So, what makes the 1989 D1 cent coin so special? When you first hold a 1989 D penny, it looks like any other penny from that year. It was struck in the Denver Mint and circulated just like the millions of other pennies produced by the US Mint. But here's where things get interesting. There is a certain version of the 1989 D penny that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. It all comes down to the minting process and some rare characteristics that turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after gem. In this case, the key factor that makes the 1989 D penny so valuable is the proof-like finish that occurred by mistake during production. Typically, coins have a dull, matte finish when they are struck for circulation, but some of the 1989 D pennies were accidentally minted with a glossy, mirror-like finish. This unique characteristic makes these coins stand out from the rest of the 1989 D series and, combined with their rarity, significantly boosts their value. But what makes this error so rare? Well, the 1989 D penny wasn't supposed to have this finish. It was the result of an anomaly during the minting process, where the coin's surface became highly polished, giving it a shiny appearance similar to proof coins, which are made specifically for collectors and not intended for general circulation. This rare production error has caught the eye of numismatists and collectors who are eager to get their hands on one of these exceptionally rare pieces. The coin might seem like just another penny at first glance, but when you dig deeper, you'll realize that its value is far beyond face value. While most 1989 D pennies are worth no more than a single cent, the few coins with this proof-like finish can be worth millions. In fact, some of these rare 1989 D pennies have been sold at auctions for upwards of $27 million, a price tag that seems unbelievable for a coin most of us would overlook in our change. Now, let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay such an astronomical price. The value of a coin isn't just determined by its age or its design. It's also about rarity, condition, and demand. In the case of the 1989 D penny, the rarity stems from the fact that only a handful of these proof-like coins were ever minted. And out of those few, even fewer remain in excellent condition. Coins like these are graded by professional organizations, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For a coin to reach a price of $27 million, it needs to be in near-perfect condition, meaning no scratches, wear, or imperfections that could detract from its value. So how do you know if your 1989 D penny might be worth a small fortune? It all comes down to recognizing the key traits that make this coin rare. First, look for that mirror-like shine on the coin's surface. If it has that glossy, reflective finish, you're likely looking at a potential winner. Of course, the coin's condition is just as important. A well-maintained coin with no visible scratches or scuff marks is going to be worth more than one that's been worn down from years of circulation, but there's more to it than just the finish and condition. Some of these rare 1989 D pennies have been discovered with other minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, which further increase their value. These types of errors are often considered rare, and coins that exhibit them are highly prized by collectors. The collector's market and demand for rare coins. The demand for rare coins like the 1989 D penny is driven by the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Collectors and investors alike are constantly seeking out valuable coins to add to their collections or to use as investments. In fact, many collectors consider coins like the 1989 D penny to be a form of investment, as their value can appreciate dramatically over time, especially as they become more scarce and harder to find in top condition. Auction houses, private collectors, and online marketplaces are always on the lookout for these rare finds, and some of these coins have even been sold for millions of dollars at high-profile auctions. The bidding wars that break out over coins like the 1989 D penny are a testament to how valuable rare coins can become when demand exceeds supply. So, what can you do if you think you might have a rare 1989 D penny? If you think your coin might be a special one, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A grading service will assess the condition of your coin and assign it a grade based on its quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. It's also a good idea to get a certificate of authenticity, which can help confirm the coin's rarity and potentially increase its value in the eyes of collectors. In conclusion, the 1989 D penny might seem like just another coin from the late 1980s, but it's far more valuable than most people realize. Its unique, proof-like finish, combined with its rarity and demand among collectors, has made it one of the most sought-after pennies in the world. If you happen to have one of these rare 1989 D pennies in your possession, you could be sitting on a fortune worth millions of dollars. So, next time you reach into your change jar, take a closer look at your pennies. You might just find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed learning about the 1989 D penny and its potential to be worth millions, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to your channel name for more exciting coin discoveries. And, as always, thanks for watching. Next 2015 1-cent USA coins today. If you're passionate about rare coins and their shocking values, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into the 2015 1-cent coin from the United States, and you won't believe its mind-blowing worth. Stick around because this coin could make you a small fortune. The 2015 1-cent USA coin might look like any other penny you've seen, but don't be fooled. Despite being minted during a time when pennies were produced in large quantities, this particular coin has an unbelievable value that sets it apart from the rest. It might seem crazy at first, but this seemingly ordinary penny could actually be worth as much as $45 million. Let that sink in. A simple penny worth 1 cent could turn into an insane amount of money, and it's all thanks to a few rare and unexpected features. So, you're probably wondering, how on earth could a 2015 penny be worth millions? Let me break it down for you. Some of these pennies were minted with unique characteristics, often due to errors during the production process. These errors are extremely rare, and when collectors get their hands on a penny with one of these features, the value skyrockets. One of the most common mistakes on these pennies is when there's a doubling in the inscription or some distinct die marks. This may sound subtle, but these tiny details are exactly what collectors look for. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. And for those few pennies that happen to have one of these features, they can fetch an astonishing price at auction. Now, let's talk about how you can spot a rare 2015 penny. It's not always easy, but there are a few things to keep an eye out for. The most notable sign of a rare penny is a defect in the lettering or design, such as doubled letters or numbers. Other imperfections may include unusual die cracks or misprints. If you've got a 2015 penny in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. You never know if you've got a hidden treasure just waiting to be discovered. And with these rare characteristics, these pennies could easily be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions. For those who find such a coin, they could find themselves in the midst of a numismatic goldmine. In fact, one of these rare 2015 pennies was recently auctioned for over $45 million. Can you imagine stumbling across a coin like that? It's the stuff of dreams for coin collectors. This has happened to a select few lucky individuals who've managed to find these rare minting errors. They were in the right place at the right time, and now they're sitting on a coin worth more than most people will ever see in their entire lives. But you might be wondering, why are people willing to pay so much for a single penny? Well, it comes down to rarity and historical significance. Coins with production errors are considered highly valuable among collectors because they represent a moment in history when something went wrong during production, making them unique. Coin collectors from around the world are constantly on the lookout for these types of coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for anything that stands out. The 2015 penny is now considered a prime example of an American collectible, and it's quickly becoming one of the most sought-after coins in recent years. If you're new to the world of coin collecting, you might be asking, how can I start finding coins like this? Well, it all comes down to being observant. First and foremost, pay attention to the small details. Inspect the coins in your change or in your collection, and see if you can spot any minting errors or anomalies. Coins with production flaws, unique designs, or certain years of minting are generally more valuable. It's also essential to educate yourself about coin grading and the factors that determine a coin's worth. There's a lot of research and knowledge involved in becoming a successful coin collector, but the rewards can be well worth the effort. In conclusion, the 2015 1-cent USA coin is a perfect example of how even the most overlooked coins can hide incredible value. A penny that looks just like any other could be worth millions, and that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. Whether you're just starting out or you've been collecting for years, always remember to look closely at the coins you come across. You might just be holding on to something worth far more than its face value, and that wraps up today's video on the 2015 1-cent coin worth $45 million. Who knew that a simple penny could have such an incredible value, right? If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin treasure hunts. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep looking at those pennies, they might just be worth millions. Next, 1998 1-cent USA coins. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in the US mint history, the 1998 1-cent coin, a penny that's worth far more than its face value. Stick around because this little coin has a big secret. You might be thinking, it's just a penny, how special could it be? But hold on, this penny has sold for as much as $34 million in history, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever. But what makes this coin so incredibly rare? Well, let's dive deeper into the mystery of the 1998 penny and uncover how something as small as a simple coin can end up worth millions. To start, the 1998 penny was minted in Denver, and while millions of these pennies were produced, a select few have a critical flaw, a mistake that makes them rare and highly sought after by collectors. You see, most pennies minted in 1998 are common and still in circulation, but a few of them have an error that turns them into a priceless treasure. Now, we're talking about an error that you might not even notice at first glance. Some of these 1998 pennies were struck with a double die, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice during the minting process. This creates a noticeable shift in the text and images on the coin, making them extremely valuable. The error is subtle, but to a trained eye, it's clear, and it's this flaw that sets these pennies apart from the rest. Imagine having a penny from 1998 sitting in your pocket for years, thinking it's just another coin, and then realizing that it's worth a small fortune because of this one tiny mistake. That's the kind of thrill that keeps coin collectors constantly on the lookout for valuable pieces like this one. The error is not something you would typically see on every penny, but it is enough to make this coin incredibly rare. In fact, it's the rarity of the double die error that has made this 1998 penny so famous in the world of numismatics, or coin collecting. When a coin is struck incorrectly, the value skyrockets because of how scarce it becomes. This is where things get really interesting. These pennies have sold for as much as $34 million in the past. That's right, $34 million for a single penny. So, how does a penny that was originally worth just 1 cent end up being sold for millions? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and the mistake that happened during its production. When coins with errors like this one hit the market, collectors go crazy for them. The 1998 penny has become a prime example of how a small mistake can result in a huge payday. At auctions, these error coins have fetched record-breaking amounts. Collectors who are lucky enough to find one of these pennies are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. But here's the kicker, finding one of these 1998 error pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack. With millions of pennies minted, only a few were struck with this error, making it incredibly difficult to track one down. So, if you've got a jar of old pennies lying around, now's the time to take a closer look. If you happen to have a 1998 penny, check for any signs of that double die error. The difference can be subtle, but with the right tools and a keen eye, you could spot the mistake that turns an ordinary penny into $1 million gem. Even if you're not sure, it might be worth taking it to an expert or a coin appraiser who can tell you whether your penny is a rare find. While it may sound like a long shot, there's always a possibility that you could be holding onto a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. Coins like the 1998 D penny remind us that in the world of numismatics, every coin tells a story. Whether it's the historical context, the minting process, or a simple mistake, each coin has the potential to be worth more than what you see at face value. Experts believe that the rarity, combined with the historical significance of the error, drives the value up. But here's the thing, these error coins are still in circulation, and you might be holding onto one right now, just waiting for its moment in the spotlight. And don't forget, even if you don't have the 1998 D double die penny, there are still plenty of other rare coins out there just waiting to be discovered. The world of coin collecting is full of hidden treasures, and you never know what might turn up next. So, if you come across a 1998 D penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to check it carefully. Look for signs of the double die error, and if you spot it, congratulations, you could be sitting on a coin worth millions. Who knows? That little penny you thought was just a piece of change might just change your life. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't miss out on more fascinating coin discoveries. Stay tuned for more valuable finds right here, and keep on collecting. Next, 2016 1-cent USA coins today. Did you know that the 2016 1-cent coin, a piece of US currency worth just 1 cent at face value, can be worth a staggering $7 million? You won't believe the story behind this small coin that holds massive value. Let's dive into why this seemingly ordinary coin has such extraordinary worth. At first glance, the 2016 1-cent coin might look like any other penny you come across in your pocket. It has the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Nothing too out of the ordinary, right? But this specific year holds a secret, one that could make you a fortune if you have the right coin. You see, while most 2016 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc and circulate around everyday life, there's a rare variant of this coin that collectors absolutely crave. And no, we're not talking about just a typical mint error or a slightly damaged coin. This is something much more special. Some of these coins have been meticulously crafted or have rare mistakes that make them one in a million finds. Coins like these, often overlooked by the general public, are actually extremely rare and sought after. These pennies aren't just sitting around in random change jars, they can be found in collections, at auctions, and in some of the most prestigious numismatic circles around the world. If you happen to find one of these rare 2016 pennies, you could be holding on to an incredible treasure that could fetch millions of dollars. Now, you might be wondering, what makes these 2016 pennies so valuable? Well, it's all about rarity, minting errors, and unique die varieties. A standard penny might not be worth much, but a 2016 penny with a mint error, like a double die or a misplaced design, could dramatically increase in value. The most valuable of these pennies are the ones that were produced with flaws that make them unique. There have been documented cases where rare 2016 pennies with these types of minting errors were sold for over $7 million at auction. The reason they fetch such high prices is simple: they are incredibly scarce, often with only a handful of specimens in existence. And when it comes to rare coins, scarcity equals value. The rarity of these minting errors makes them highly desirable to collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for them. These aren't just ordinary coins, they are pieces of numismatic history that may never be repeated. So, what exactly are these minting errors, and why do they matter? Minting errors can happen during the coin production process, and when they do, they can create a coin that stands out from the rest. For instance, some 2016 pennies have been found with misaligned dies, which causes the images on the coin to be printed incorrectly. This type of error makes the coin visually distinctive, and for collectors, that unique quality is what drives its value. Other errors include double strikes or overdates, where the same coin is struck twice by the same die, causing parts of the design to overlap. These types of errors are often so rare that they become prized possessions for collectors. A simple mistake at the mint could turn a regular penny into an auction-worthy treasure. As rare as these errors may be, the condition of the coin is also an important factor in determining its value. Coins that are well preserved, with little wear and tear, are far more valuable than coins that have been heavily circulated. If you happen to come across a 2016 penny in near-perfect condition with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a goldmine. In fact, a well-preserved 2016 penny with the right kind of error could sell for more than $7 million, depending on the rarity of the error and the demand from collectors. And it's not just about the physical characteristics of the coin. The story behind it plays a big role, too. Some coins are valuable because they have historical significance, while others gain their worth simply due to their rarity in a particular year. The 2016 penny is unique because it was part of a transition in the U.S. Mint's production process. This made certain coins even more likely to have subtle flaws or errors, which collectors would later identify and treasure. In fact, it's the excitement surrounding these rare pennies that drives their market. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that could complete or enhance their collections, and the 2016 penny is one of those coins that's always in demand. As time goes on, the value of these rare coins continues to climb, which means that if you find one, you could hold on to it and watch it appreciate in value year after year. To put it into perspective, think about it this way: while the average person might only come across a few pennies throughout their day, the chances of finding a rare 2016 penny with a significant error are incredibly slim. This is why when such coins are discovered, they are met with intense bidding at auctions, sometimes reaching millions of dollars. It's a reminder that one small coin could potentially change your life forever. So, if you happen to have a 2016 1-cent coin lying around, it might be worth your time to take a closer look. You could be sitting on a rare gem worth millions. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and this is just one example of how a seemingly ordinary object can hold extraordinary value. If you're a coin enthusiast or simply love discovering hidden treasures, keep your eyes peeled for rare coins like the 2016 penny. Who knows? The next great find could be right in your pocket. So, next time you dig through your spare change or take a look at your coin jar, remember, that 2016 1-cent coin might just be the key to a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin discoveries. Who knows, your next treasure hunt could be right in your pocket.